Good morning. Another early morning, Wednesday morning, and it's just beautiful. 2 days in a row so far. Skies are just clear, beautiful. Last night, I didn't get it on video. It was a little bit too dark, but we had a couple deer in the meadow. A couple does were over here feeding in the meadow. Maybe they'll come back. Probably late this afternoon. I'll try to get them. Usually, every year we get a little group of deer that like to feed in this meadow during the around this time. We're starting to see the deer over in Sherwin and stuff. They've worked their way back up, so it's finally starting to get warm enough to where they're starting to show up. So I'll try to get some deer footage in the next few days. We got Memorial weekend this weekend. Lori's going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to stay up here over the weekend and just kind of hang out. Mule days are in Bishop, so I want to go down there and show you guys the mule days. I've done it before, but we'll do a day down there and take you guys through mule days and kind of show you the vendors. And it's a really fun week of stuff that they do down there with the history and the mule days, and just kind of, it's just nice to see that they're still doing the traditions and the history of where everything started up in this area. So for now, we've got we're gonna go check out the demo job. So this is day 3. First day we had like a shortfall. We only got to work like 4 or 5 hours on it yesterday. They were over there pretty much all day. They had a couple little things that they had to do that pulled them off for an hour or two, but they got everything broken up, and one load hauled out, one load loaded in the truck right now. And Clayton's gonna go up there, get the truck, run that up to the recycling for the concrete, and then we should be ready to start setting rebar and get some forms up. And I want to get that poured, get that thing re-poured. So we will hopefully get it set up today, call for inspection tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon. We'll have it signed off and we can pour it whenever we want, and that little mishap will be off of our plate. We'll have that done. So I'm gonna let Sadie and Bud run around here just a little bit more, and then we're gonna get out there and see what everybody's up to today. You guys all pumped up? I got, whoa, easy. Come on. They had their breakfast and they're all full of piss and vinegar. Come on. Oh, immediate mood change. Go ahead, get in there. Bud's in his spot. Sadie goes to her spot. She goes straight back there, and she wants to see out the window. All right, grab a couple things. So I got my deer antler. I'll show you guys. My Temu. It's not Temu, but so this fan took a dump, and yesterday when I was feeling good, I put this thing together. It was it came in a million pieces, but got it all together. And Zach and I need a little help to get it up there. I'm gonna hang it today, so Zach's gonna help me and have somebody hold it while I tie it in up there and hang it, and then show you the finished product on that too. Turn the lights off and get moving. I'm gonna meet Alex over at Pete's house. I got a little retaining thing that he's been wanting me to do for a long time, and I gotta squeeze it in. And today I said, you know what, we're just gonna try and squeeze it in. So I'm gonna meet Alex over here right now, and we're going to go over the scope and get somebody over here. We're gonna hog out some dirt, take it all apart, put it back together, try to get it all, you know, plumb, and re-backfill behind it, and get him off the plate. All right, I just showed Chewy and Alex what we're doing. Unfortunately, I got carried away talking to them. I forgot to show you guys. So I'm gonna make a pass back through here and show you guys what we're gonna do. It's nothing crazy, but got to keep you guys in the loop. So this is Pete's house. He's a good friend of ours. Helps us with lots of stuff up here. He does mechanical, and that's his place right there. But it's been like 2 years, and he wanted me to do this. We got this little retaining wall here that's just been falling over. So what we're gonna do, I told him, you know, we'll do something real cheap. We talked about doing concrete, you know, doing all kinds of stuff, but you know, I said, if you want to just do something cheap, we're gonna hog out this dirt, all this dirt out. We're gonna dismantle the wall, and we're gonna put it back together nice and square, how it should be. And then we'll put the dirt back, and we'll compact it a little bit with the whacker packer. And you know, it's been here for, you know, 20, 30 years. So I think we can just put it back together and it'll be fine. So we got dirt on both sides. It's got to come out. We'll throw all that dirt up to the upside, make a little, probably about a 2 foot wide trench, you know, all the way down to grade. And then we'll dismantle all this, and we'll put it back together nice and square, and then we'll put the dirt back and compact it, and maybe it'll stay for another 20 years. So just kind of pushed out over the years. Now that's just a little dummy job, but got to get it done. One here, showing you guys last week a little bit of this, but it's this tank that I had to order some 55-gallon drums. I've got some cleaning solution. I've got a few more things coming from Amazon. I think it's coming today. But so what we did was we broke out the concrete. That's gone. Chewy's gonna come over here and expose the whole top of the tank. We've got a couple gas lines right here, so we gotta be real careful. And we're gonna get all this dirt off and get to where we can see the top of the tank. And then hopefully I'm gonna unscrew that. And there's a little bit of material in the bottom of the tank. We don't know if it's gas or diesel or what it is, but we have to suck that out. We gotta put it in a 55-gallon drum that's like got a sealing lid and all that stuff. And then we got to get the county back over here. We might be able to lift the tank out and lay it on its side, and we have to bring the hot sea over here and do a triple rinse flush on the tank. So and then all of that stuff, all of that material that's inside the tank has to go into those drums, and then it has to be disposed of properly. And then once we do all that, the tank should be cleared as non-hazardous, and we can do whatever we want with it, throw it away or whatever we're gonna do. But I doubt the tank's worth keeping. You never know. I mean, it's been in the ground for 40 years, but it's probably rusted all the way through. You really don't know. So, and then the last piece of that puzzle will be testing the soil. You got to get the soils company up here. I mean, you would think it's just a simple little job, just take the tank out and remove it. But once you get California involved, then you've got to have, 10 different people, a biologist, and it turns a job that would have been like $2,500 into about $15,000. So it's crazy how expensive something like that could be. And unfortunately, the guy that sold the house, he didn't disclose that to the new owner, and they found out about it, and they weren't having it. So they came back on him a couple years later and told him, you know, he's got to get the tank out or they're going to sue him. So that's California. But sorry about the windshield. Can't really do much about it. It's just the bugs keep coming. I'll clean it today again. So I was saying, you know, it's I haven't seen the trails, which is in the sky, you know, but if you look, it's real dingy, and it's like brown. You know, over at the house earlier in the morning, it didn't look like this. I mean, it looked more blue, but it's almost like a tan colored sky down low. I'm sure somebody in the comments will be able to tell me what that is, because I'm just a dummy. I don't know. I just look at what I see and perspective from what I see, and sometimes I talk about it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it looks like this. Yeah, it's dingy looking. Hopefully that cleans up. I like the nice blue skies with no trails in them, no clouds, not a cloud in the sky today. You can see back here looking towards the mountain. Now it's way bluer over here. Obviously the sun's not on this side. A nice view of the mountain. The snow's melting off quickly. We might go to the yacht something. It's kind of like a soapbox derby for sleds. People build like these homemade, call it like the yacht club. It's like the last big thing on the mountain for the year. Everybody builds a sled and they try to race it down the hill, see who can go the fastest. It's kind of cool. Might pop in on that and just see if we can get you guys some footage of that. But for now, we're gonna head up to Timmy's place. We've been tearing out that driveway, check their progress, and Chad's getting some stakes, some lumber, some other miscellaneous things, and we're going to put this thing back together and see if we can't get it poured in the next couple of days so he has a driveway again. He's been down since Monday. Told him I'd try to get it done in a 1-week timeline. I'm still shooting for that, so we'll see if we can hit the dates. Clayton's getting the truck fired up. I think they already got it loaded. Huh?
This will be the last load right here.
Yeah. Well, you got to get broke that.
Nice job. Same with that up there. Getting too close to the excavator.
Got it cut. You spread this gravel back around, get it all graded out the way it needs to be. start the swale right here and continue it through. Should be in pretty good shape. All right, so we got them all squared away here. We'll leave them to it for most of the day. I'll come back around lunch, see what we're looking like. Huh?
You want a piece of that line though? Should be squared coming off that house. So I feel for all the joints and stuff.
We just painted some lines real quick. Follow that around like that. This one here, we'll just curve around like that. Okay, let's move to the next project and see. I want to see how far they got yesterday with the house wrap, because I'm really grinding on that. Talked to the siding guys yesterday. Kind of told them we got to get it in gear, and got 3 guys over there working, so we got to have some major progress every day on that deal. It's roughly, you know, almost 1,000 a day in labor, so got to keep her going. So that's the awesome thing too. I've talked about it before, but like this job's right here, the other job's up here. I mean, you could literally walk to that job in 10 minutes. Everything is within a 5 square mile radius, pretty much. Almost everything.
Right on.
Okay, we're getting some tie back up. Put it on upside down. I can't read that. So they're getting the last piece on here, and then we're gonna have inspection. We'll have a dry-in inspection there. And next week we are going to be running some siding. So I feel like that'll actually go faster than this demo has gone, just because of all the little nooks and crannies and this and that had to happen with the just all this, you know. These things always turn into a lot more than what you think they're going to be. So you're just, you know, you're always, it's why you price them where you price them, and then sometimes you do really good and sometimes you break even. But overall, guys have been working hard here. I'm happy. I got my door. We ordered a new front door. We've got the windows on order that we need. It's going to be that one, these 3. There's some in the back. We just talked. They're going to finish going on that side. They've got the back. Should have the back pretty much done, but I told them just work your way around, get the back, come up this side here, and I want all that 100% waterproof, like ready for inspection. And yeah, we're gonna be putting some siding on. Finally, I'm pumped. I got about 6 weeks to do the siding. Yeah, we got all the way up yesterday, all the way up to the top. So I like it. Got a little bit of stuff to take off here. We're gonna pull out that window, put a piece of plywood over that, and yeah, we're gonna keep this thing rolling. We're gonna run down to the shop and see what these boys are up to. Got some crane jobs next week down in Bishop. We got a bunch of signage to get gone for the town. Oh, I wanted to look at this breaker here that Chad tore up. I'm gonna see what kind of reinforcements we're gonna be able to put on this thing. Because he was like peeling on it like a can opener, and he peeled the bottom of the deal out of it. Oh yeah. So you can see that one there is all rounded out. So I don't know what we're gonna do there. I don't know if we cut that out, put something thicker in there, and have Mike look at it. I'm gonna have to do something because we already did the top. We fixed the top because it was starting to do the same thing. This is one of them Chinese ones. It actually breaks. I mean, it breaks super good, but it's just a little bit thinner metal, or what, and maybe not even, it might be the same thickness, but it's just like cheaper metal or something. And you get to peeling and twisting on it, which you shouldn't be doing anyways, but you start doing that and then you run into some problems. So these are the big old sleeves that we had. Looks like we got the holes drilled, huh?
Yeah, all the holes are drilled. Just need to finish cutting the studs and get them welded on.
You brought that bar up here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's sitting over in the saw.
Nice. Okay. Just all kinds of little odds and ends. I thought we were talking about doing a rack for our chains, and I thought we had one.
Okay. Now, if it'll fit in one of those boxes, it's going to be a lot better there. After years of hoarding this welding truck.
Unhoarding it?
I cannot find anything on it. No.
Doing an unhoard organization on the truck. Costs money to do it, but it saves time in the long run. All right, those guys are getting dialed in at the shop there. Gonna finish up those sleeves, those major massive sleeves for that carport. Can't believe how big those are. We're gonna take you guys to the yard, and I haven't been down here for a few weeks. I gotta kind of pick a few things that need to go on the trailer and go back to Bakersfield. So I'm kind of gonna come down here and try to get an idea of what needs to go back. Mike and Clayton are heading back tomorrow. They're gonna take a load of stuff back down that way with them, stuff that we don't really need up here, and I gotta just keep in the back of my mind that I gotta declutter the yard and continue to try to downsize the yard, because at some point we're gonna have to move out of there. So hoping it won't be this year, hoping it won't be next year, but you never know. They could give me the call and say that they're ready to do they're building a storage facility on the property at some point. I don't know where they are with the planning and all that, but I know at some point that yard's gonna go away. So we've been adding and adding and adding more stuff. We've got so much stuff down there. It's probably literally would take 4 or 5 guys 2 weeks to get everything out of there. So it's probably cost like over $10,000 to move everything out of the yard, just to move it. So that's kind of the logistical issues you deal with. And you got all this stuff, you want to save it, maybe I'll use it on something else. At the end of the day, a lot of times it ends up costing you more money because you move it around 2 or 3 times. And then so I gotta work on that problem I have, wanting to keep stuff from jobs and this and that. And, at some point you just gotta grin and bear it and throw stuff away. Well, the fence somewhat stood the test of time. We had that storm, or that wind, storm and wind, but a lot of wind, and it, boy, I'll tell you, surprised these fences even are still standing. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Boy, I'll tell you, I don't like that. Some of this stuff, it's been sitting too long. Boy, I don't know. I don't like it. And I didn't have any say in that. They built all that way too soon. And boy, I can see some bowed walls and stuff. We'll have to probably do some relief cuts. I don't know what we'll do, but that's a whole house right there, guys. I'm not necessarily happy about it. I was talking to Clayton, not Clayton, Mike, about things that may go back to to Bakersfield. So I'm gonna look around here. I got all kinds of crap down here, you know. I want that out of here. Should have threw that away. But I think I'll take it to the ranch. If it's not too tall, I'm gonna have to measure it. I think I could set it on the trailer and ship it down there on the big trailer. And I mean, if I was crazy, I'd send them both down with the low boy and everything, and take that, take that thing up there, that rototiller. We're not going to use that up here, so I don't even know why. I don't know why we even brought that. The grapple bucket, we use that once in a great while. It's pretty handy for, you know, once in a lifetime jobs, I guess. We got this tower here. That's cool. I'm gonna do something with that tower down at the ranch. So we got a set of stairs here that it's really, actually, for the most part, they're in pretty good shape. Probably be straightened up a little bit and reused on something. They're not to code though. That's the problem. Keep the blade, snow removal stuff, that all stays. That thing, oh, that's a rack I think that's the rack that Dan brought. I don't even know what kind of rack that is. Like what I don't even know what that would be for. But I don't know. Snow buckets. What do we got here? That's another blade, isn't it? What is that? Yeah, that's a blade there. We've got fuel cell. This stuff here, definitely not taking that. If we don't end up using this stuff, we're gonna get rid of it. A lot of snow stakes. Maybe that tank. Oh, we'll see what we got here.